Yeah, I just wanted to make this guide basically because like it's almost 2025. I know a lot of people know how to do the Revelations Easter egg, and I didn't really know if there's like a good guide for it. I know, Mr. Raffle Waffles and all them have a guide out, but I kind of just put this guide together with everything I kind of know. I made some of it simple. I gave out some tips I know. I just, I know it's a little bit long, but it's a little bit more in depth. I hope you guys enjoy though. And yeah, have a good one. Uh, I'm just here to add this that at the beginning of the video because I want to make sure you guys are, good. Uh, Make sure you have Apothicant Servant, low Arnies. These are basically the requirements. Apothicant Servant, low Arnies. In boss fight 2, you are going to need a bullet weapon, KRM, HVK, something of a bullet weapon to shoot the shot on, I believe. The Thunder Gun and the Apothicant will not work. Um, and also, mind you, Summoning Key is very glitchy, so if it does disappear, it'll be on your body, and the only way to get it off of your body is to go down and either revive yourself with Quick Revive, and it'll spawn back, or go down, and I believe if your teammate revives you, it'll probably spawn back on you. Um, or I think getting a Death Machine may work. I think that's all that I have to add, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this guide. See ya. Yo, what's good, people? It is motherfucking Mr. Flotavius. Okay.
Where the
Uh,
hell did everyone go?
I'll be your teacher for
Damn it.
the
No
the
matter
day
how
or
hard
the
I
year,
wanted to believe, deep
whenever the
down I
fuck
just
you view
knew
this shit.
Richtofen
But
was gonna
basically,
fuck
right?
everything up.
Revelations Easter egg. Like you spawn in somewhere approximately right here. You see 4 gravestones. You shoot them in the order of 2-3. Alright, 2-3 on me. 1. Alright, 2-3-1. 4. Should hear that lightning strike on me. That boom kapow. Right? So I'm gonna be using some megas. Obviously, some of you might not be.
Gumball
But
a
hey,
day keeps the freak bags
gotta do
away.
what you gotta do.
That doesn't even make sense. Thinking of
Basically,
apples.
gonna turn on this corruption zone, this corruption engine, whatever the fuck it is. I mean, and you're gonna sit here. Now, you don't need an RK5 for this. You could just stand around and beam these guys with an MR6. You don't even have to beam them in reality. You could just run in a circle. But that takes about like, I don't know, a little bit. Cycle you around, you know what I mean?
Monsters in the sky, islands in
And then you want a
space.
rotation.
It's like someone put the entire
Now,
universe
the
in a
first step of
massive
the
blender
Easter
and
egg
press
basically
start.
was to shoot the gravestones in the order 2, 3, 1, 4. Now, there's 3 locations that a keeper little pyramid thing will spawn. The first location is
This
here,
looks like a hell of a place
and
to
as you
get
see,
lost
there's nothing
and
here.
killed.
So, not this location. We move on.
Pop it in, chew it over, make magic.
So basically, first location for the Keeper Protector is right here. It's a pink rock. That's the first location. It is down here from, well, you go up Shang, and it's right next to the Rising Rod. Right in this room. Right there. The second location, you know what I mean? You want to go up here. Open this.
This brings back some memories. Not
And
all
look
of
right
them
here.
good.
And there'll be a pink
Not
rock
any
right
of them
here
good, to be
if you
honest.
didn't spawn at the first location. But once you grab your rock, you want to go and turn on this second corruption zone. Obviously, I suggest probably buying a gun, maybe even RK5 off the wall. It's really all you're gonna need. You don't need it, but it does help. And if you're doing the Easter egg for the first time, then you're probably not gonna have the RK5.
This'll put me in a good mood.
So basically, we just need to cycle around, get enough points to basically move on in the map. If you're playing without megas or with classics, it's gonna take you longer, but it doesn't matter much. This is the guide on how to do it. And yeah, I'm just showing y'all how to do it. So I showed you guys the first two locations. The third location is right on here, right after you go through Kino, right here. Then for the Keeper Protector, like I said before, the three like pyramid things are looking for the Keeper. The second location's right here, and we got it right here. You see, it's like a triangle looking thing. So this could be at any three locations I suggested you guys. So either at Shangri-La, this one, and there's one at Mob that I'll show you guys later on in this. So for the Keeper head, first location is right here, bottom of Ruct. It'll be right here, maybe in your game, maybe not.
No less than 50.
Then we are going to want to turn on the third corruption engine. Basically, the corruption engines are just for Pack-a-Punch in this map. They also open up a portal right here to go to Nacht. And that links all of the places together.
Gun's getting lighter than I'd like.
So the second location for the Keeper head is right here, and mine so happen to spawn right here.
Too many things.
It's like top of Ruct, next to this room, just up the stairs from the corruption engine. Go this way. Here's a shield spot if y'all want, but you don't need it. It's one of the spots. And here's the other last spot for the head, if it didn't spawn where it spawned in my game. But that's their last, third and last spot. Now, the third and last spot for the Keeper pyramid thing is right here. As we saw before, mine spawned in Varug, so that's where mine will be. The first flag for the Keeper can spawn right here in Mob, right next to Mule Kick.
Hey, Dr. Monty.
It is what it is.
Still not
We're gonna
talking
just
about this
run
right,
up the
Toffin?
stairs of Mob
Got it. Won't say a word.
and go up to Orgins for the second location of the flag. Here it is.
When this is all over, I'm gonna
Now I
find a lot
will
of
show you the
interesting
third
shit in
location
my
of the
pockets.
flag as well,
No ammo.
because
That's
you
never
guys
good.
might need it, you know. The third flag spot will be right here if it didn't spawn on top of Origins or bottom of Mob. So basically, once you have everything for the Keeper,
Not a good time, freak bag.
you are going to want to go to where your
better get
pyramid
this little girl
was.
out of
So either
wherever she
Shangri-La,
Wow.
Varrocked,
What just came out of
or
my
Mob.
mouth?
And mine happened to spawn Varrocked, so that's where I'll be taking my Keeper. You're going to need 5,000 points though for this step, so just make sure that you have 5,000 points. If
Come
you
on,
aren't
Monty,
using
make it a
Megas,
good one.
you're probably gonna have to cycle your round more because you're gonna need more points. But either way you do it, this is the guide. So depending on where your pyramid spawns for your Keeper, if your pyramid spawns, I'm gonna be calling out pyramid. I might call it a triangle. There's 3 spots. It's Shangri-La, Varrocked, and Mob. Mine's Varrocked. So there's basically one corruption, one place you want to spawn your Keeper at for either Mob or Varrocked. And then for Shangri-La, you're going to want to spawn it at Origins. Now the Keeper can be glitchy sometimes. So this is, I'm going to show you the way I do it, and it's the way that it works the most for me. So obviously I can show you the example for this one. The other ones are a bit annoying, but you kind of just have to mess with them, and eventually you'll get it. I'll just try to give you the best example. You spawn them in right here, in Varrocked, and I'm going to run them downstairs because this is where my little triangle pyramid is. He spawns there. We're gonna jump across. So basically if you have the Shangri-La one, you're going to spawn him at Origins and run to spawn from Origins, and then jump on that jump pad, and you would be at Shangri-La, and he'll spawn in the thing, and you have to run, and basically, the reason why we jump across is so that we can go as close as we can to the pyramid, and I'll show you right here. It doesn't always work because he's glitchy, and on this one he does glitch, but I walk in front of him usually, and try to push him back, and then I try and walk up here and jump. Now when he starts doing this and like making a noise, that's how you know you activated him. This will take about 3 minutes. So you can guard him, you don't necessarily have to, but I would suggest guarding him. If you don't guard him, he's most likely going to die. There's a few ways to not guard him, but for this guide, I suggest you guard him if you're just trying to do the Easter egg. Or what you could do is once you cycle around, since we already have some of the corruption things done, we can simply just run away from him. Now you're going to want to hurry up if you do this. I would suggest guarding him if you're new and this is your first time. It'll take you about 3 minutes just to shoot zombies around him. Or you can do with this, which is just running away. They're not going to attack you, they're going to basically want to go to where the keeper is. And I'm simply just ignoring them. Considering I flipped the round and the spawns haven't spawned in, I'm already cross map. So the spawns are here instead of where the keeper would be, even though they're still going to him. It's going to take them forever. By the time I get into another spawn, they're going to have to spawn here. And when we're in Nacht, they just glitch out. So this is the method to not guard him, but I suggest if you are learning this Easter egg to guard him. It's only going to take you about 3 minutes.
She forgive me this time.
Now I have perfect box RNG right here, but what you are going to need, and I should have said earlier in the video, is you should be cycling the box and hitting the box for Apothicant Servant and Little Arnies. So I have perfect box hit right here, so this is just what I'm going to get. But it's going to take you guys probably a lot longer unless you guys are really, really lucky. Which if you are, good shit. But for the boss fight, you are either going to want a thunder gun to make it easier for you, or a KRM that's pack punched. It really just depends on what you can get. If you can get it from the box, then it's your best bet. Now, I call this guy Kevin right here, the big old Apothicant guy. He just passed at about 10:20. Now he comes around every like 40 seconds. So he'll be back at 11 exactly. So since we have all the corruption things done, that means we can activate this test array and shock him to make him stay in place for pack-a-punch. So we are just gonna wait the 40 seconds right here. I suggest if you are on a bug round, try and keep the bugs for this next step. You are going to need it.
I know you got the good stuff, Dr. Monty. Gimme.
So I happened to miss it because I went and got my gobble gum, which does suck. We'll just wait. There's nothing wrong with hanging out with Flotavius for 40 more seconds. You know what I mean? I'm teaching you. You know, you can just hang out with me for 40 fucking seconds, okay? Actually, with the Apothicant, if you do have the Apothicant, we are going to shoot these blue rocks in the sky. Now, you can hit all of them from mob. Not from mob. From Nacht, which is where we are now, this middle. But it is pretty hard if you are newer. So the first one would be at spawn, and I just shot it, but it was the one that you just saw me shoot. It would just be at spawn, and it's harder to see when you're on a bug round, but it would just be right up here somewhere. Blue rock, very easy to see. I will show you guys the other ones as well. So there is one in spawn. I already shot it. I apologize, but I'm sure you guys will find it. You're pretty fucking smart. You're my subscribers, my viewers. You're pretty fucking smart. Come on now. The second one is up here, above the rising drop. Now, basically, once you shoot it, your Apothicant bullet should hit it, and that's how you know you hit it. Because, you know, if you miss, it's just gonna go fly past it. If you do shoot them from Nacht, though, some of the bullets won't show that they hit it, but it'll disappear. But I'm just showing you the easy way, because hitting them from Nacht is hard. I can't even do it half the time for myself. So, easy way. Also, bug rounds don't attack the keeper if you're on a bug round, I believe, as well. Just don't stand near him. So yeah, I missed that, and I'm right here. This is the third one, next to Corruption Engine. You look up, it's right there, blue rock. Harder to see in the bug round, though. But, it's still visible. Fourth one, right here. You go next to this little jump pad thingy, look up, blue rock right here.
Get your sloppy claws off me! Try that again!
I think? Yeah, okay, there we go. Once you jump across, you just look up and it'll be there. Sometimes if you go to mob and you look up, I feel like it doesn't spawn in. I may be wrong on that. Also, forgot to get my reel. So basically this Easter egg, you're looking to get 3 reels. And the first reel you get is from the Keeper Step, which we already did the Keeper Step earlier in this fucking video. So, go to wherever your spot was, Shangri-La, Baruch, or Mob. And if you did it correctly, if you guarded him for 3 minutes, or you did the strat I showed you, there should be a reel on the ground. Now, I just picked it up, should have slowed it down for you, but it'll be wherever your keeper was. If you did it successfully, the reel should be on the ground. You hold X, you'll hear the little plank, and that's how you know you got it. Now, I'm gonna buy an extra gun right here. I don't even know if I have enough money for this next step, but that's alright. So, once you have your first reel, you want to go into Nacht, and this is where you place your first reel, right next to Juggernog. Place it right in there, boom. And that is your first reel done. Now, the reason why I said be on a bug round is, number one, bug rounds are easy. And number two, for this next step, there is a trick that makes it extremely easy, as long as you can spawn them in and out all at once and kill them. Now, it really depends on your situation. The only way you can really do this is if you have megas. So, if you're doing with the no gums or classics, you're just going to have to get lucky with Margwas or wait. Now, if you brought a bug round in here, you can technically do 6 of the low Arnies and have 6 Margwas in. But these little holes right here, once you put the reel in, these will be ready to throw low Arnies in. Now, if you forgot to put the reel in, these will laugh at you if you throw it in there, if you forgot to put the reel in. Now, how you know you're on the right step is if it's not laughing at you and it's just accepting them. Now, I'm gonna kill some of these bugs. But, I do it in this order. You spawn in right here. I turn. I do this one. I do this one. Now, I'm gonna be using my raindrops right here. Obviously, you're gonna have to probably play for a max ammo, but I would suggest if you're playing no gums or classics, then just throw all 3, fight the Margwas, hopefully get a max ammo. If you don't, kill the bugs, throw next 3. But if you did happen to get a max ammo, throw 3, kill the Margwas. If you do get a max ammo again, then throw the 3, and you'll be done. You need to kill 9 Margwas in total. So, there's 3 spawning in. That's the 4th one we do. This is the 5th one. Now, you gotta be careful with these guys. These guys can fuck the shit out of you. So, I just kind of wait a little bit, drop down here, and I go right here, throw my 6-1. Then I pop my raindrops. If you are using raindrops is very good for this step. And you want to do your last 3, which are right here. Now, I'm going to wait because there's a Margwa. But I know I have to do the top one over there. And then I have to do the one that's next to Pack-a-Punch. So, you got to be careful with the step. You do not want to down, because... So, you will throw 3 low Arnies, and it will spawn 3 Margwas. But let's say I throw 2 low Arnies, and I go down. I swear to you guys, if you go down, you have to throw 3 low Arnies back into the same holes. So, if you threw 2 into these, and then you have to do 2 more, just because you went down. I swear that's how it works. I may be wrong, but every experience I've had, that's how it worked. So, do not go down. So we threw that one in there, and our last one is down here, right next to the Pack-a-Punch. The reason why we do this on a bug round is, number 1, this trick I'm about to show you, and number 2, it's just easier to control a bug round. Okay. That is the trick. I just killed all 9 Margwas instantly. Now, I would pick up all this extra stuff like nukes, because, you know, you're gonna want points. I actually need points. But if you killed all 9 Margwas and you did that step correctly, where you spawned all 9 of them in and killed them, or you spawned 3 in, killed them, spawned 3 in, killed them, spawned 3 in, and killed them, it all has to be from the 9 different holes though. Your second reel will spawn, and it will be right up here. Right here. If it doesn't spawn here, then you did something wrong. Mind you, this Easter egg is very glitchy sometimes, so it could just glitch out. I've had it glitch out on me, but hey.
Look at it. It's practically held together with tape.
Now, once you get your second reel, you're gonna need 10,000 points. Make sure you have the Apothicant, because you are going to need it. So, Pack-a-Punch a base weapon, which I suggest the HVK, but it's personal preference. I suggest like an AR type weapon though, because I'm going to show you guys a simple trick. You are going to need a Pack-a-Punched bullet weapon and a Pack-a-Punched Apothicant servant. Now, I suggest an AR because if you have an AR, you can hit these rocks that I'm about to show you from Nacht. Now, I'm pretty blind, so if I can see these, I feel like most of you can see these. So, once you grab the row, you're going to want to go into the DE Apothicant tunnel. It'll spawn you here, and you're going to run into Kino. Make sure you picked up your second row.
I love old movie theaters. Not many of them left.
So,
it's a crying shame.
You can go right here, click X, but it is right here. You can just click X, make sure the things are there. That's how you know you did it. And now you're going to want to do the bone step. Now you're going to have to shoot, I believe, 6 bones here. And I will show you all the steps now. So once you go from Kino, you're going to run to Verupt. I'm going to show you faster bone strats. Make sure you have a bullet weapon though. That is hopefully an AR. I don't know if a submachine gun will be able to hit these from where I am. The first one is right here. It's just a rock, looks weird. You shoot it. Once you shoot the bone, you're supposed to hear kind of a like a teleport sound. I'll show you on the next bone. Next one's right here in spawn, right there. Shoot it. Shoot your Apothicant. That's the noise you're supposed to hear. You're gonna want to go to Orgins from spawn. Right here. The will be a rock next to your last flag location I showed you. Should hear that
You don't want to piss me off today.
like beam noise again. Now, right now you should have 3. I'm not necessarily sure if that first one worked, but you should have heard a noise and it should have worked. You should have 3. So once you have those 3, you want to go into Nacht, and you're going to want to go all the way to this window. And you're going to see this rock right there. You're going to want to just shoot, and then shoot the very left. You're going to go to this door, shoot that rock right there. Give me a second, this thing's shaking too much. Then you're gonna want to look up, and the last rock is right here. Just want to shoot that. And if you did all of them, it should be right here. It'll spawn skeleton, and that is one of the fastest ways to do the bones. If my blind ass can see it, then, you know, hopefully you're not blind as me. But, you know, I showed you the rocks there. They're pretty clear if you are, like, actually looking. Maybe if you're on, like, a bigger screen or so, it's harder to see if you're farther back as well. But that's how to get those. I'll show you the easy way to get them as well. The second one I shot was this one above stamina up. There'll be a rock right here. You shoot it, spawns the skull, and then you shoot your Apothicant right there. You should hear the noise. That's the one that, the second one I showed you. The first one I showed you is, this one just takes longer to set up, and, you know, it can be annoying to hit if you are a newer player. I know saying newer player to a game that's, you know, however old this game is, like 9 years old, is kind of stupid, but this game probably still has new players coming in. This game is amazing. Basically, you're going to want to walk around all of DB and turn these 4 pads on. All those 4 pads that are glowing, there's one on the other side. You want to turn all of them on and you'll get low gravity. If you've ever played DE, then you probably already know this. And then you're going to want to run out that wall, and you'll be on like a little course, and then you just shoot basically at the end of this, and it'll spawn the bone at the end right here, and you shoot the Apothicant right there. That's the first location I showed you from across the map. I just think it's easier to hit in Nacht, and it's way faster personally. I mean, I just wanted to show you guys the easy way to hit it. Well, it takes longer, but it might always. I think the way I showed you the first time, it's just harder to see. So once you have all the bones there, it should spawn all the bones if you did all of them. If you didn't hit all of them, it won't spawn. So you shoot it with the Apothicant, and it spawns in this zombie, like zombie girl, something like that. You shoot it again with the Apothicant, and then it spawns in your third reel. Now you pick up your third reel, and I'm gonna actually need some points. So once you pick up your third reel, you're going to want to head to mob. So the third row is the last row you need. You just run all the way up to Orgins, place it right here. That's the third row you need. Now you're gonna need 10,000 points for this next step, or shopping free, or, you know, you're gonna need 10,000 points somehow.
Come close and I'll fuck you up.
So you're gonna want to hop on the corruption engine.
There we go.
Look right and shoot the blue rock. Now you're gonna want, it's like a little white in the middle of it. You're gonna want to hit that spot, and that's what will basically make it activate by itself. That is the first one you do, since you just placed the rail, you know, it's right there. And then you're going to want to run into Zetsubo. Not Zetsubo, Verizon.
Failure.
you'll have the next corruption being the blue rock in the middle, and it should activate. Alright, I like to go into Derize Draka for my third corruption engine, and that's because I speedrun, so some of the things I'm showing you are speedrun things. I'm very new to it, so obviously nothing's perfect. This is just a guide I wanted to put out because I wanted to make a guide that's basically pretty easy to understand. I feel like my explanation is pretty easy. Basically, once you put your third reel in, you want to go to the corruption engines, shoot the blue rocks. We have enough points. This is why I go to this place last. So basically, if you do happen to have all the Easter eggs complete, you have, would you call it a wisp? It's kind of like this glowing ball in the middle of spawning on this truck that's in front of me. Basically, when you pick it up, you can't get hit, and if you place it in the room in the house, it does make the boss fight easier. It's not by much, you probably won't notice it, but it does make it easier. So this is why I go to this place last. You don't have to, for your sake. If you probably don't have this if you're trying to learn this Easter egg, but this is why I do it. Basically, I just want here. This is where it spawns.
Space ammo?
Activate this, look right, shoot it. Now once you pick it up, if you do have it, you cannot get hit. Once you have all 4 corruption engines shot, you want to go back to Nacht, and where you shot the bones and the body to get the third reel, above it will be, I believe this is called Sophia, and you're going to want to hold your interact button. So I'm playing on controller, so I'm going to just hold X. And it should come down and start moving towards the rising drive. If you have all 4 corruption engines shot correctly.
Not like I need to worry about anything else today.
Look, I know everything's gone to hell in a handbasket, but I'm really glad to see Maxis has got himself a bird now. I know she's a little bit drony, but I can fix her.
So you're basically just going to want to walk with this Sophia, I believe it's called,
and Maxis are really
to Kino, and it's basically to Kino's teleporter. You're going to want to walk with it and guide it, because it won't move if you're not next to it, really. And once you get here, you're just going to want to hold your interact button, and it'll teleport you inside of the house. So what you need is the Chronorium, which is right here on the bed. You just pick that up. If you got the wisp like I showed you previously, you probably don't have it unless you've completed all the Easter eggs before, and you probably don't need this guide. But if you do and you have it and you didn't get hit, you place it right here. Now this makes the boss fight easier. It also makes all wall buys pack punched and all box weapons pack punched. So if you have all the Easter eggs complete, it's pretty overpowered like that.
This thing?
But most of you here are probably here because you don't have it complete. Now once you spawn out, you're going to want to go to this podium and place the Chronorium.
Not a good time, freak bag.
I think that's what it's called. I may be wrong. Basically, once you place that, you're going to want a fresh round of zombies, so that way you have souls. And you're going to want to look for egg locations. The first egg locations you have, so there's 4 different eggs you need, and there's 4 different spots for each egg. So, I'll show you all the locations. First egg will be right here. If it's not there, it'll be up here. You need to run and jump and grab it. Right. So those are 2 spots. Third spot, you could either go from below, or I go this way sometimes, but it doesn't really matter. You want to go through here, and your third spot's right in this little basket.
True, but you get the
now,
point.
mine's not there. I have the last location I'm showing you guys, so yeah. It's basically where I found my pink rock in my game. I found my pink rock right there, and the egg is right around here, next to these 2 statues in between it.
If not, I can always rustle up some
Now,
breakfast.
if you go the Shangri-La way, you can actually basically see some of the locations that are next. So, you cannot pick up an egg if you already have an egg. So we're basically just looking for the next egg, even though we can't pick it up. So the first location for the spawn egg and Shangri-La egg is right here in the fire next to this gobblegum machine. Right here. Mine's not there. The second location is right here. Once you land off the jump pad, it's right there. Come across to spawn. It'll be right here. That's where mine happens to be. Or it'll be right here in this basket. Now, once you have your first egg from the Reisendrache though, or Kino, you're going to want to go into the Apothicant and basically fill its souls up. Now, I believe if you're playing solo, I know you need about 10 for each egg. I'm not sure about for more players, so y'all will have to test and figure that out. But once you put the egg in, you're going to want to wait until it goes up and turns like a light on. Then you can start collecting the 10 souls you need. So it's done right there. It made the noise. I'm gonna try not to die right here.
This little guy is slimy.
I don't know. So once you have your worm done, I suggest that we go to spawn. Since I know where my egg is, I'm going to go to spawn. And now that you have your worm done, you're searching for a symbol. Now, there's 3 locations to each worm. So, here are the first 3 locations. Your first location is here, which mine happens to be. And basically how you know if your symbol location is there is you'll hear a sound, or if you're on controller, your controller will start to vibrate. And so my first location happens to be here. Wait for the purple symbol to pop out. Right there. Second location, right here, you'll hear it right next to Quick Revive. Third location is right here. You just put it there, grab the symbol.
That's cool too.
Those are 3 locations for spawn. Now, the eggs don't necessarily correspond with where you have to go. So I got my egg from DE, the first one, and I did mine in spawn. But I can go to, and I just grabbed my egg from spawn, and I can go to DE and get the. Alright, my video got cut because I ran out of fucking space, but I'm back. So, once you get your next egg, so I got my egg from spawn, I'm going to go back into the Apothicant and get more souls.
Do you not see the futility?
Now, you have to do this 4 times. If you are on 2 players, there is an egg glitch. I can demonstrate it by myself. You would stand on one side, your friend would stand on the other side, and so let's say if I picked up the egg, so whoever is better, I would say, let your friend pick up the egg. And if you're better, let's say I'm better, I'm gonna let my friend pick up the egg, and then he's gonna go on to one side of where I put the egg, and I'm gonna go on the other, and I'm gonna hold my interact button, and it should spawn the egg. And you can do that for all 4 eggs right there with just 1 egg. Now, you're still going to have to go to all the locations for the worms, but that'll save you time if you are doing it with 2P or 3P or 4P. Or you can just do it legitly and do all the spawns that I'm showing you right now. But personal preference. I hope I explained that glitch good enough. It's not a very hard glitch. So, for the second worm locations, the first spot is right on where this, where we got the low gravity at. Right here. Just gonna place it. If your spot was here, pick it up. Now, your second spot can be all the way down here. Right next to here. Third spot for this worm is all the way down in Shang. right here. So now that you have those two done, you're going to want to move on and go over to Orgins, where you buy the KRM if you do not have a Thunder Gun. I will be buying it.
Concerned about what's gonna happen to us once these Apothicants
I don't need
are
it,
done.
but I will be buying it. Now, for the egg locations over here, first egg location is right here. If it doesn't spawn there, you're going to want to run up to where this Origin stop place is. And look on the left side of the Wonder Fizz right here. Now, if it's not there, run down here. And it'll be right here. If it's not there, then you have the last egg location, which is down right here, right next to Mob. Ooh, pick it up.
What the hell is this?
And go back into Kevin, the Apothicant. Might need more souls for more players. I'm not too sure on that. Actually, you guys can leave it in the comments if you guys do test it out. If you need more souls or more players in this, I'd actually like to know. Now, these spiders don't count towards souls, so this kind of sucks. So that's stone. You're gonna pick up your third egg.
I'm gonna name you Squirmy. Squirmy the worm.
Now, the reason why I go and I picked that one up from Mob, but I'm going to go to Verruct, and the reason why is I can do the Verruct symbol, and then I can get the Verruct egg, and then I can go and fill that egg up. So, once you spawn into Verruct, the first egg location is right here. You'll see it. Now, if it doesn't spawn there, then you're chilling. You want to run up here for your symbol, and your first symbol right here for your worms. Well, actually, I don't have to show you guys that yet. We're looking for the eggs. So, I showed you guys the first spot. Second spot right here. Right next to this jump pad.
This ain't gonna be quick, brain boys. It's
Third spot is right in between here, which might happen to spawn. Oh, I do have a worm actually. Also, so yeah, I'll show you guys again. I have a worm. I forgot.
Looks like it's just you and you and you.
So where I just picked up, so my egg right here is right in the middle of where my screen is. I have a worm. So the first location I just showed you guys when I ran up to the stairs and I said, this is your first symbol. And I said, never mind. That is where your first symbol is for Verruct. Here's where your second one is, right next to this egg. It's right here. Now, if it doesn't spawn there, you can also see where the egg is. Your fourth egg spot is right here. But your third symbol spot for your worm is over here. And mine happens to be right here. And I know where my egg is, so I can just run up and grab it. So once you do these 4 eggs and get your 4 symbols, you are basically ready for the first boss fight. Just make sure you have your perks and your weapons. If you're using megas, I suggest raindrops or basically something decent. So it will get the job done.
Yep.
So
Always wanted a pet worm.
get your 4th worm. We're gonna go to Mob, because that's our last location we need. And so your first symbol spawn will be right here, in the middle of this. If it's not there, then move on. Run over here. Your second, which mine happens to be, is right here. Now you can go the other way if you want to for the other symbol, but I'll show you. This is the way I go. If it's not there, you just run up here. And basically it's right next to where one of the egg locations was. Run down here. And it's right here, I believe. Somewhere right here. It's right here, I think. You'll just pick it up. And once you have all 4, you are ready for your first boss fight. Now, it's going to be a lot harder if you are using a KRM. I have the Thunder Gun, so I might just use that. It's basically It just depends. If you're trying to get it done with like a better success rate, I suggest bringing the thunder gun in, because you don't have to necessarily aim with the thunder gun. You shoot it and it does a fuck ton of damage. So if you're just trying to beat it, use this. If you can't pull the thunder gun, pack punch KRM. But once you have all 4 symbols, you're gonna want to run the Kino. Make sure you're all set up. Got your perks, got your guns, got your gobble gums, whatever you're using. And you'll see right here, right next to Widows, this lit up thing. You just step into it and it'll teleport you into the first boss fight. Now, I am on PC, so I have to go to my options, and considering my PC, I have to change my settings. Now, I'm not exactly sure which settings you change specifically, but this is what I do to get the correct things. Because if you don't change your settings to somewhat like this, the code will only show half in the book that I'm about to show you. So turn this on high and turn this on high. You might not have to do both of those, but that's just what I do. Doesn't even have to be the whole time. Just turn those both on high. And then run. Now run to this book. Hold your interact button. Pull out little Arnie. Throw it once you see your first symbol. Now, I have a 1. How you want to do this is when you check your box for your symbols that you have at the bottom, you're going to want to number them 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1. As you can see, it's 1 there and it's 1. So next we have 4. So it's 1, 4. So you're only going to need 3 of the codes because you can figure out the number, the last number. So it's 1, 4, 3, 2. And once you have your code, 1, 4, 3, 2, yours may be different. Just make sure you have your code right there. You're going to want to come here, and you're just going to, when your code pops up, you pick it. So the first one popped up and I picked it. So once my second number pops up, which is 4, I'll pick it. So 4, then it's 3, and then it's 2. Now that was pretty good code. It may take you longer, but pull out a little Arnie. Max ammo will spawn. Wait a little bit, throw it. Jump down. If you have Thunder Gun, this is all you do. You wait till it spawns, and you just spam it. Look for the other one, and you spam it. Now, I didn't fully kill him. You don't need to worry about that other Marga that spawned in. You just want to focus on the 2 that mainly spawned in. So once you kill them, it cycles to the next. You only need to kill 2 Margas. These other things are annoying though, so watch out. Now, hold your little Arnie. Throw it once it makes a noise basically, or a little bit before, and you're gonna look for the Margos. So, I do suggest if you're just trying to beat it successfully and not fast, get a Thunder Gun if you can. It is just luck, but it's really easy. Like, this is all you have to do. Throw the Arnie. Spray the ones that spawn in. It's that quick. Nah, you just have to watch out for the little guys that run around. But basically, if you have a bullet weapon, it's not very hard. Throw your little Arnie. Look around. This one is the most annoying just because of the walls it spawns in. But I actually happen to get very, very good rolls. And that ended very quickly. Now that's the first boss fight. It's that simple. You know, you get your code. You look at your bottom, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever pages and the code pops up first, you put that number in. So I had 1, 4, 3, 2, I believe. And so it's very simple. But once you go through the 4 elements that I just went through, you only need to kill the 8 Marwas that I did. You don't need to kill the extra ones. Obviously, it's harder to do with the KRM. I did it with the Thunder Gun. But the summoning key will spawn. Now, just pick up the summoning key And this summoning key is very, very glitchy. Handle this bitch with caution. Once you spawn in, don't even, like, once you spawn out, it will not have the summoning key in your hands. And I want you to look up at this radio. Because if your crosshairs is basically on it, you're going to hit it. Once you hit it, I like to run up here, look, and jump. Usually you can grab it. Sometimes it'll fall, but it will spawn. Little blinking light. Pick it up. Once you run here, you can throw it to this. Or you can come and wrap around here and throw it. Doesn't really matter. Once you get it though, so when you walk through the portals, you're going to want to hit with the summoning key, like this. The reason why is the summoning key is extremely, extremely glitchy in this for some reason. Your third location, right here. Mind you, you have to hit 7 locations. This is your third location. Go to mob. Make sure you punch. You have to do it pretty specifically, not necessarily, but just make sure you know you hit before. This one is pretty annoying, but just basically toss the ball. If you miss, it'll come back to you, and if you aim right here, if the ball comes back to you and you're aimed right here, you'll hit it. You have to be standing right there though. So once you grab the ball and you get that one done, you're going to want to run up to Orgins. Throw it right there at the tombstone. Pick it up. Now I believe we have 5 done and we need 7. So we're going to just go over to Verrucht. Now there are very hard spots to hit with the summoning key, but I'm just showing you the easy ones because this is just a simple guide. I'd like to show you guys some tricks, but it's like some are just too stupid. You want to hit this little gun at the top. Basically how you know you got it is it'll do this, and the ball should come back to you. Now make sure you hit, walk through the portal. So all these locations I've showed you, you know, the barrel right there, the 2 at mob, the clock here, the radio, and the one at Verrucht. I believe that's 6. The last one is at Shangri-La. You don't have to do these in any order. You can do them in whatever order you really want. But last one is over here. Look over, throw it at there, and once you have 7 complete, the ball will not come back to you. It should just launch into the air. That's how you know you did it. So if the ball just launched into the air, you are completely done with that step. Now, the last step you have is second boss. If you have everything, your perks, your gobblegums, whatever, your guns packed, you're going to simply go to the second boss fight, which go to Kino. Once you throw the ball at every spot, which are 7 spots, it won't come back to you. That's how you know you're done. Come to Kino, interact with the portal, and boom, you're in your second boss fight. Now, second boss fight's a bit different. If you picked up the Wisp earlier like I did, if you happen to have all the Easter eggs complete and you just came to this video for some reason, basically it's going to make it easier for you, not by too much. And this is why I suggest bringing the KRM. So, once you spawn in, I would go right to this one, and you're going to basically hold out little Arnie. Go to the little Arnie, place the summoning key, and a Panzer is going to spawn. You're going to just want to fuck up the Panzer. Now once you fuck up the Panzer, you can go back up to where your summoning key is, and simply just try and shoot your Apothicant for these spawns. Now, I would run around if I were you, but it'll make a noise once you completed it. So mine's done. It makes like a clink noise. That's how you know you're done collecting souls. Basically, you put the summoning key down to collect enough souls. It makes the clink sound. And once you have that, you're going to want to pick it up, drop down, throw it at Sophia, throw a little Arnie, switch to your KRM, and this boss fight will be easier if you put down the Wisp. Basically, once you throw the summoning key at Sophia, it lets the ball around this guy, I believe it's Shadow Man, it disappears, and that allows you to shoot him with a bullet weapon. So we are using the KRM. So we throw the little Arnie for the distraction, and we blast the guy with our bullet weapon. Now when he's fully back, as you can see right here, I'm sorry I have to pause, but as you can see, when he's fully back into the Apothicant's mouth, that's when I went up and interacted with the book. Once he's fully all the way back, that is when you can interact with the book. If he's not fully back, the book will not work. Also, if you are too late, he will come back and he'll have that ball of like shield around him again. To get it off again, you are going to have to go to one of the other 4 locations of where you put the summoning key. So there'll be 3 more. You place it in there, you get souls, you throw it at Sophia. I suggest throwing a little Arnie if you have one again, and beaming him until he gets into the back of the mouth of the Apothicant. Once he's as far back as you know, which is right here, which is basically in the mouth, you will interact with the book and it will shoot a beam. Now, run away because, you know, it's not going to kill all the zombies yet. But once it does, you are done. These are the other podiums I'm talking about. 1, 2, there's 3 over there. That's the one we went to over there. As you can see, it's red. These are green. But yep, that is it. Once you interact with the book, it beams him, teleports you back to the house, and you are done. That is the Revelations Easter egg with your teacher, Mr. Protavius. You guys have a great
Sophia,
one. And yeah, see ya.
you know what